Hey everybody, got a little bit different kind of a video for you today. This video has to do with electronic cigarettes. So my good friend Mark1616 introduced me to this. This is a Volcano Inferno electronic cigarette. I had tried electronic cigarettes way back when they first came around. Wasn't that impressed. However, with all the kind words that he had to say about the Volcano Inferno and how great it was working for him, getting him off of smoking real cigarettes, I was intrigued. I was like, alright, I'll give it a chance. And you know what? Being a good friend, he helped walk me through the whole process of making my order, understanding what I needed to buy. I needed to buy the battery and I needed to buy a delivery system. There's like 3 different ones. So if you're new to e-cigarettes or you never really heard about them too much, there's 3 of them. There's the cartomizer, the atomizer, and a dripper. And no, it's not that kind of dripper. Alright, but this delivers vapor to your lungs with a little bit of nicotine. And there's a whole bunch of different levels of nicotine that you can buy. Now I started off at a pretty high level of nicotine because I was a pretty heavy smoker, but I've gradually reduced it. Now will I quit vaping as well as quit smoking? Maybe. However, that's a whole other video for a whole other time. Now first, let me go ahead and take a drag off of this and show you what it produces. So there you go. Produces water vapor. It dissipates. It's not smoke. You can use an e-cigarette in a lot of places you can't smoke anymore. There are some limitations depending on where you live. You know, and when you get really good at this, you can even blow smoke rings. Very cool. However, I wanted a little bit more out of this. I wanted a little bit more vapor, a little less having to puff on it all day long, maybe a little bit of a break in between times that I did have to puff on it. So I went ahead and I picked up this. This is what they call a mod. Okay, first of all, this is electronic cigarettes considered a mechanical, because all you have to do is push this little button right here and then puff on it. This one, it has settings and it is more tactical. In fact, this is the gunmetal version. Now there are a couple other things that really impress me about this. I might make more videos about it. Maybe I'll start a different channel. Not too sure yet. But this one has batteries that are rechargeable. This one has an internal battery that you put a little mini USB into and charge it that way. However, the batteries that you put in this one are much bigger, last a lot longer, and put out a lot more juice. Now when you have this one, this puts out 3.7 volts, and you can't change that. This one, I can change it from 3 volts all the way to 6 volts in 1 volt increments. And I'll show you that real quick. Now variable voltage has been out for a while, and basically all that is that you can up the voltage to produce more vapor. Now if you overdo it, you're going to get a burnt taste, and if you underdo it, you're not going to get much vapor. And there is a little bit of math behind it, and it can be intimidating. So I researched this for quite a long time before I decided on the VAMO. Because the VAMO is not just adjustable voltage, it's also adjustable wattage. And the adjustable wattage is kind of a new thing. Now we're going to get a little bit confusing right now as I'm going to explain what this is. This top part right here is an atomizer. In fact, it's a dripping atomizer. Just like this part of the Volcano. There's different kinds: atomizer, cartomizer, and dripper. Now each one of these atomizer, cartomizers, or drippers have a different ohm setting. And the different ohm setting has everything to do with how it's going to perform. In short explanation, ohms equals resistance, resistance affects output. Now with the VAMO, you can check your ohms on your device. This device here is a 1.7, and the device that I have on here is the igo-l. The igo-l, it's an RBA, or rebuildable atomizer. Now with the Volcano, after about a month, these would go out and I'd have to buy more. And they're not that cheap, but they're really not that expensive, especially if you look at smoking real cigarettes. It's a money saver for sure. So the main benefit of having an RBA is that it's even cheaper than going and buying the ones pre-made, because all I have to buy now is just the wick and the wire. Now RBAs are quite confusing, and I'm sure I've probably lost quite a few of you, so let's get on to how this performs against the Volcano Inferno. Now this igo-l is not completely stock. I did go ahead and make a little bit bigger of an air hole on there. Just took a drill bit, drilled it out a little. Got to be careful with that. I'm not going to really give out too much information on that. There's a lot of information out there. But I might eventually later show exactly what I did to this. Wrapped my own coil. It was a 1.6 ohm. However, it's like right at the edge, 1.6, 1.7, so it does change. That's why you saw the 1.7. But it's a really good vape. Take one more toke off of it. And as you can see, much more vapor. In fact, I've had to lower my nicotine levels in my e-juice, that's what we put in it, because of the fact that when I was still smoking the higher levels of nicotine, it was like 1 or 2 tokes and I was done. Alright, buzzing, the whole bit. So definitely this is upping my game. I upped my game from the Volcano Inferno to the Vamo and the igo-l. And as I said, I do plan on doing some more videos. Not sure if it's going to be on this channel or not, but I thought I'd share this with you guys here. See if you guys are interested in it. It's a really cool way to quit smoking. Kind of sticking it to the man too, smoking in places you're no longer allowed to smoke. So that's fun. Variable wattage, variable voltage. Dial it into what you like. If you don't like big blooming clouds of, vapor, which looks like smoke, then, I could dial it down easily enough and not get nearly as much. Not nearly as much. And that's what's really great about these PVs, personal vaporizers, is that they're adjustable to what you like. Alright guys, well I hope you found this video somewhat informative, or if I confused you completely, at least maybe you found it entertaining. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're looking into getting into this and you have some questions, hey, leave me a comment or a PM. I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have if I can. If I don't have an answer to your question, I will sure point you out in the right direction for that. Alright guys, talk to you later.